This is so strange. We had basically 25 degrees the last weekend, and it's been decent all week. But yesterday we had a high of like 6 degrees, and today it's snowing, and I still have nasturtiums flowering in my front of my gallery. And I dug up all my gladioli and dahlias yesterday because I knew this was happening, and we're going to freeze tonight. Very strange, but it's November 1st, I guess. And I have straw flowers and nasturtiums in hanging baskets and petunias. I mean, this is so weird. Everything is really in shock. Everything was late this year too. Very weird weather this year. Jackie's going up the road going, ugh. As you can see, November 1st snow. It's still there on the ground as well. It hasn't completely melted, so it's been a cold 2 or 3 days. So it's November 3rd today, and I'm going to unload an electric kiln with some candlestick holders, which are Christmas seasonal items. But let's see, look, I'm kind of excited because I haven't made these before. I make the single ones, I've done those before, but these multiple ones I haven't. This is a set of plates that I've been doing for someone, so now I have the order complete. And he ordered, I think it was 6 big, 6 small, and 6 bowls. And then a lady broke her berry bowl dishes and asked me for multiples of them, so I made those for her, so these just go underneath the berry bowls. They're all intact. That's good. Oh, here's the teapot. Make sure I don't bang that down. That would break a piece if it landed on it. So I've haven't made these before. The bronze glaze ran down this and pooled in the bottom and made it really gold. So you see how it pooled? Really gold. That's that glaze out of, it's not Mastering Cone 6 Glazes, it's just called Cone 6 Glazes, that book. And this glaze is in there. I think it's in several books actually, because that glaze is quite common. It's a metallic bronze. And there we have the candlestick holder with the bright blue. And I did variegated blue and oatmeal dribbling down. So it has some variation in the color of it, which is quite nice. Hope the candles fit. Here's that orange, which is actually folk art white with apple green and oatmeal dribbled down over it too. So these are fun. They're very organic. You can see just, if somebody wanted to take this to town and do some leaves and, all carved bark and whatever else on them, that could be really interesting. This is nice. This is turquoise, blue, green, copper, red. This was all recycled clay too. So I was expecting it to look a bit overfired, but it isn't. So sometimes the recycled clay has these little gas bumps in it, but the de-airing pug mill is doing its job, I guess. These took up a lot of room in the firing. And that bronze is just run down into the bottom. Give you a like, it's just really gold looking. Medieval. And then I got some drinking glasses, which I haven't made for a while. And yowee, that looks nice. I just mixed up new variegated blue, and I was very careful with it. But we got some really nice flecks in the Tenmoku gold, and then the blue showing up with the oatmeal runs. I always love it when it does that. Same again, you have to be very careful with this combination so it doesn't actually run down too far, because I only glazed it to about that far and it ran down an extra inch and a bit. I shortened the soak to 10 minutes instead of the 15 minutes I've been doing. Same again. So these work beautifully. And lots of flecks in the gold, Tenmaku gold with the blue. Couldn't ask for better. And then we've got the blue green copper red with apple green and oatmeal. Same again. Actually, maybe not, because there's some deeper turquoise there, so maybe that's a different. I might have done the matte turquoise and then the apple green over the top. I think that's what I did to change that one. So the matte turquoise over the blue green copper red gives you a really nice deep turquoise, and it's not matte obviously when you're mixing those two, so I've got to remember to do that on some others just to play with it. This is the matte turquoise, variegated blue and oatmeal. So nice silkiness to the matte turquoise. It liked this firing. And I've been mixing all my winter glazes up in the last week before it got cold. I always mix up about 10-12 batches of glaze, the ones I use most frequently, so I don't have to mix them in the winter, because I keep my glazes in a shed, my raw materials, just so that there's no risk of flooding in this building, damaging them, since some of those bags are really expensive now. Okay, there was only 3 shells in this kiln, so let's see what else we have down here. These things are so big, you've got to be very careful so they don't drop down on... I lost a pin on my stilt. Yeah. If this ever happens, you can quite often just put it back in there. Yep, that one went back in, that's good. It was leaning over, so I might straighten it. There you go. Live to fight another day. Alright, so variegated blue and oatmeal over the top of the purple, which came out very deep. Yeah, I think and it's quite shiny, so quite possibly the purple, I think this was a new batch of purple too, so I maybe made it a little thicker this time. As I use my glazes over time, I add a bit of water to them, and it's possible they get too runny, and so the purple will be painter, but that's really pretty. This is mouse grey. Ooh, with oatmeal over the top. None of them are running. That one was close there, because mouse grey is one of the glazes that runs a lot when you put the... in fact, this was... yeah, how much? I think I did variegated blue to there, so it ran quite a long way down. So I've got to remember that mouse grey will actually run essentially an inch or two. And there's a little sharp thing there, which I'm going to have to remember to grind off. Okay, matte turquoise and variegated blue and oatmeal dipped over it. See how it ran all the way down there. So I know I probably dipped to about there, so it's like an extra 2 inches it ran. Didn't have to worry about it with these because they have their own glaze tray. Matte turquoise and variegated blue and oatmeal, and you can see the runs coming down just there, quite a long way. Yeah, this is recycled clay, and all of it did pretty good. There we go. Another bright blue and variegated blue and oatmeal. The bright blue sort of goes that turquoisey green sometimes over the stoneware. It's kind of grogged buff clays. And you can see how much this one ran all into the tray. Perfect. And that's a beautiful Tenmaku gold in there too. You can see the flecks. Not sure if you can catch the light on this or not. Very pretty. Oh yeah, you can see it on the outside. And whenever you do the black underglaze, it kind of gives that gold around the black, which is really nice. turquoise, blue, green, copper, red, apple green, and oatmeal. And we've got bright blue, variegated blue, and oatmeal again. And two more. Bright blue, variegated blue, and oatmeal. Very pretty. Good firing, eh? Here is kiln number 2. Okay, lotion pumps, which I recently started making again because bizarrely they started selling again because of COVID. But I've had to resort to making a cork insert rather than the plastic inserts that you glue in because the alcohol in the sanitizer dissolves the glue. So use corks if you're going to sell these for sanitizer. That's bright blue, variegated blue, and oatmeal. This is Tenmoku Gold, bright variegated blue, and oatmeal. Very different. It looks glossier. Yeah, this is a small kiln, so it probably has, I don't know, the speckles are pretty good. Just maybe thinner Tenmoku variegated blue, potentially. But the Tenmoku Gold is perfect. Speckles everywhere. So I think it was the variegated blue, which I did water down a little bit because it was a little thick when I mixed the new batch. So maybe hold it in the variegated blue a bit longer. Another one of those. And you can see the variegated blue a little bit better on that one. Folk Art White. These are for the coffee barn in my home bay. I make these for. I might keep a few myself though. Yellow over purple. Looking back at my art history with Bonnard, used to use a lot of purple and yellow in his paintings. Except this yellow is a bit sort of greenish. I don't like it as much. I like a more warm yellow if I could get it, which is the orange almost from Folk Art White. Blue, green, copper, red, and apple green and oatmeal. Stilts are coming off perfect, and bright blue, variegated blue, and oatmeal again. These aren't bad actually. I kind of like them. The last set I felt like weren't as good. These ones look really nice. Just, I don't know, what's it? Something through with the handle. Sometimes I do the little loop on the side, which I prefer it like this because it's easier to hold. And finally, the last of the kilns. Ooh, that one's nice. Wow. Tenmoku Gold. A little running on the back side here. So I might have to, just a tiny bit of grinding right on the edge of the foot there. I left it at a 15-minute soak on this one again. It's a real judgment call because less running on a 10-minute soak, which the two profiles I've been experimenting with are basically taking up to 22-25, soaking for 15 minutes, taking it down to 22-19, soaking for 10 minutes. This was 22-25 with a 15-minute soak, and you get nicer runs, really blending of the glaze there, and all the way down to the bottom. So then I'm going to probably take it back in between, so 22-22 for 12-minute soak. Let's try that next time. Couple more candle holders. And that's got a nice matte quality to the mouse grey. I think it's called mouse brown in Mastering Cone 6 Glazes. But look at the nice blue at the bottom where it dribbles down. And that's the variegated blue over mouse grey with oatmeal. Folk Art White, apple green. We saw that in the other firing. That's another one for the berry bowls. Actually, I think that one is an order. Somebody wanted 6 little dishes. Purple, look at that. Really strong. That new batch of purple I mixed. I think it's a little thicker than it was before, so I won't be adding water to that because that's nicer. And a couple of mugs. Any more purples? No, that's the only purple one in here. There's some nice gradation there. I must have dipped blue on the rim as well as doing the variegated blue, then the oatmeal. Looks like I dabbed a bit of blue on the top, and that's a nice, you're kind of running the risk of too thick a glaze, but it ran down anyway, so that's kind of a nice combination. Add a bit of blue to the rim. And I have a whole bunch of this, which is very popular at the moment. This is the matte turquoise with variegated blue and oatmeal. That's a very popular color combination. These are very large coffee mugs bordering on tankards. I think I did dark blue and then variegated blue on those. There's no oatmeal. I think it might have some oatmeal, I'm not sure. But it definitely looks like I did dark blue over there. And again the same. My guess is I did matte turquoise and then dipped dark blue. Or maybe it's just the variegated blue where it overlaps the turquoise and then the oatmeal over the top. Could be that. I do so many experiments that I really don't keep a strong record. If something's really nice, I'll search for how I did it just by experimenting again in the next firing with some variations. But I've got 24 glazes, so apple, matte turquoise and oatmeal over it. Same again. And then this is the bright blue with variegated blue and oatmeal, and that looks really nice. And that's the bright blue with variegated blue and oatmeal. Look at the run under the handle. This time I remember dipping at an angle like that, so I was trying not to get it down on the handle too much, and it worked. But it still left some, it runs nicely under the handle actually, so we don't get, but it never, this one never ran too much anyway. It was Tenmuku Gold that always runs when she put the variegated blue over the top. And then a bunch of these dishes for this lady who wanted, she's bought a bunch of my berry balls, and she says one by one she's broken all the little dishes underneath the berry ball. So I just made her some new ones, and look how nice the Tenmuku Gold turn out. Like, really nice. Sometimes it goes totally matte, and this is the issue. Now this firing is really good for this one. So it's really a balance. I'm going to try 22, 22, and a 12-minute soak in the next firing. Apple green, bright blue, and she just wanted the little trays underneath for the berry balls, so I made a bunch of those to pick from. And then I have a whole bunch of these in here too. I think they're in this firing, maybe in the next one, but this is an order somebody placed for a bunch of these plates. They wanted 4 or 6, I can't remember. A bunch more candle holders in variety colors: purple, variegated blue oatmeal, another mouse grey. This time it has apple green on the top. That's a subtle difference, that's nice. And then the turquoise with matte turquoise, no, blue, green, copper, red with matte turquoise and probably oatmeal chipped over the top edge there. Folk art white and apple green and oatmeal. Oops. And my stilts. Bright blue and oatmeal over the mouse grey. The mouse grey is really nice. Turned out very nice. It sometimes stays too shiny. In this firing it's gone to that sort of satin. Here's the Tenmuku Gold, which didn't run. Almost did. You can see that run down there. It didn't go over the bottom. So that was lucky. And then another matte turquoise with the apple green and oatmeal. I wonder if that was apple green. Maybe that was. It could be my yellow, because it's got a sort of brighter green on the edges. So yellow over turquoise might give you that color. As I said, I experiment. There you go. Another matte turquoise and variegated blue. I got a lot of these. I sold 24 to the coffee place that I sell my pieces to, so I have a bunch for myself as well. Okay, and then I think the rest of this is the plates for that order. It's supposed to be the cove, the ocean, washing in with the beach, the land and the mountains, and then the sky. That's the way I glaze them to look like that. So there should be 5 or 6 of these. And then somebody else ordered a set of plates, but they wanted the same colors, but a couple of different ways of doing it. So I've tried some experiments here, but that one turned out very pretty. Remember that one? Look, 2 more of those. That makes 5. Another one of those. That's very pretty. Yeah, I really like that. And the last one of these. Oh, they get even better. This one ran a little more than the other 2, but it's really nice. And this was the other way I do those color combinations. So he gets to pick which he wants. I think he wanted 4 and I made 6. 3, 4, yeah, I made 6. There's the other one of those. And the last one of those. So it'll be a nice set. Oh, there's another one of these. So I had 1, 2, 3, 7 of these to pick from. So there's the last one. These are very nice. Okay, that's it for the video. 3 kiln unloadings it'll be. And I have another one tomorrow, but I won't include that. It's I do 2 bisque firings and then I glaze everything and pack as many kilns that it will fill. And if you're packing a bisque firing with 2-3 plates on top of each other, or bowls with 2-3 bowls inside each other, you can end up doing twice the number of glaze firings as you do kiln firings. So 2 would be 4 glaze firings and a lot. Anyway, thanks for joining. Don't forget, if you haven't done it already, subscribe to the channel. I try to put a video out every week, and I've been pretty successful at that for like 3 or 4 years now. I've got some nice ones coming up. All right, thanks very much. Bye-bye.